For a lot of us senior golfers, there's this constant tug of war going on inside the golf bag. It's really a battle between the heart, which is just in love with those classic, beautiful clubs we grew up playing, and the head, which knows that, well, modern technology could probably make the game a whole lot easier. So can you really have both?
And that right there, that's the big question, isn't it? You look down at those old blades, and they feel right in your hands. But then you see your buddy, you know the one, launching his new game improvement irons, a good 15, maybe 20 yards past you. It's a real dilemma, and today we're gonna dig in and find an answer.
So to really explore this, we need a case study, a perfect example. And for that, we're gonna look at a true classic, the Titleist Z Muscle Forged iron, from back around 2008. I mean, look at that thing. These were designed for the purist, the so-called better player. But can they actually hold their own in a senior's bag today? Let's find out.
All right, first things first, why is this even a conversation? It all comes down to the emotional pull, that pure, undeniable allure of a blade iron that it often overrules our practical side, even when it's screaming at us, no, don't do it.
It all starts the moment you put that club head behind the ball. You look down and that top line, wow, it is razor thin. If you're used to those thicker, chunkier, more forgiving clubs, it can be a little intimidating, for sure. But there's a real elegance to it. It frames the ball perfectly and almost whispers, all right, let's see a good swing here. And you know what? That demand for precision, it can actually sharpen your focus.
Now, let's get into the tech, which was pretty revolutionary for its time. Why the Z in Z Muscle? It's not just there to look cool. Titleist used this awesome Z-shaped design to shift the club's center of gravity, the CG, right to the dead center of the face. And that was the secret sauce for that pure, balanced feel that everybody raved about. And the result of that technology is a feeling it's just so hard to describe. I'm telling you, there is nothing in golf quite like a purely struck shot with a forged blade. It's not a loud crack, it's the soft, quiet, utterly addictive sensation. That's the feeling that reminds you why you fell in love with this crazy game in the first place.
But look, playing blades is a two-sided coin. On one side, you've got that incredible feel. That's your reward. But on the other side, you've got feedback, and that's the teacher. You miss the sweet spot even by a little bit, and you will know it instantly. That little sting you feel in your hands, that's a brutally honest instructor. Modern clubs, they tend to mask our mistakes. But these, oh no, these force you to stay sharp. Okay, we've heard from the heart, it's had its say. Now it's time for the head to weigh in. So let's get real about the performance challenges a senior golfer is absolutely going to face with these clubs.
There are three major realities you just have to accept before you even think about putting these in your bag. Number one, the lofts are weak, especially by today's standards. Number two, there's zero offset to help you with a slice. And number three, the long irons, well, they're a real handful.
Let's kick off with the lofts, because this is a big one. A 7-iron in this classic Titleist ZM set is 35 degrees. A modern 7-iron is often around 29 degrees, sometimes even stronger. That's a huge difference. In practical terms, it means your classic 7-iron is actually a modern 8-iron. You will lose distance, and you just have to be okay with that. And what about that dreaded slice? Most modern irons have some offset, right? Where the face is set just a little bit back from the shaft. That tiny feature gives you a split second longer to square the club face at impact. Well, these have none. Zero. Zilch. So if you tend to fight a slice, these clubs aren't going to help you. In fact, they might even make it worse.
And now for the long irons. Let's just be blunt here. Unless you still have a swing that is silky smooth, the 3 and 4 irons in the set they're nearly unplayable for most of us seniors. My advice, take them out, put them in the closet, they'll make great decorations, and then slide your trusty hybrids into the bag where they belong. Okay, so it sounds a little bleak, doesn't it? But hold on, don't give up on your classic blades just yet. There is a way to bridge that gap between the classic feel we love and the modern performance we kind of need. The single biggest, most important change you can make is the shaft. These old sets usually came with heavy steel shafts that, well, now they feel like you're swinging a piece of rebar. The solution is to reshaft them with a modern, high-quality graphite or a lightweight steel shaft. We're talking something under 95 grams. It makes a world of difference. This one change brings two massive benefits. First, that later weight helps you increase your swing speed, which helps you get some of that lost distance back. In second, and this might be even more important for a lot of us, graphite shafts absorb the shock from mishits. That means way less vibration, which saves your elbows, your hands, and your wrists. And hey, while you're at it, seriously consider a professional club fitting. Look, as we get older, our posture changes, our swing changes. And because these classic club heads are forged from soft carbon steel, a good club fitter can easily bend them to adjust the lie angle to fit your swing as it is today. This is such a crucial step for accuracy. So after all that, we come right back to our original question. We've weighed the arguments from the heart, and we've listened to the cold, hard facts from the head. What's the final verdict on these classic irons for senior golfers? Here's the bottom line. If you're a player who struggles to break 90 and you need all the forgiveness and every single yard you can possibly get, then no, these probably aren't for you. But if you're a senior who still consistently shoots in the 70s or low 80s, if you value that pure feel and feedback more than an extra 10 yards, and if you want a club that provides honest feedback to keep your swing sharp, then absolutely, yes, go for it. You know, ultimately, beyond the scores, beyond all the data, there's just an intangible joy here. These clubs, they have a soul that a lot of modern tech-filled irons can sometimes lack. Hitting one pure shot with a classic blade connects you to the history and the real artistry of golf in a pretty special way. So the choice is yours. It's a balance between that sweet nostalgia and modern performance, between feel and forgiveness, which leads me to my final question for you. What classic clubs are hiding out in your garage, or even better, what classics have still earned their spot in your bag today?